we have the players. Also, nice job to both of you. Say in commentary if you want, leave if you want, but the match is over. Nice job to Exuno. Nico Jazz, you're not out of here yet.
Yep, still have a chance.
We've got Schrammbles versus ItMightBeMikey, or Mikey MCC as they have been known in previous years. Schrammbles got 9th in MT14. Wow. And Mikey also got 9th in MT9. This is exciting. I didn't know Schrammbles got 9th. Schrammbles is usually pretty good. Mikey's also usually pretty good. We are playing a game that was in MT14, subbed by me. But this time it was not subbed by me. But it is very good.
I'm surprised about the platform. It's not usually that played.
Yes, I kinda pushed it when I subbed it to MT14, but now it is officially in the pool as we are including an emulator for it. And the only thing that's slightly disappointing about this game in a blind race is that I believe it gets better after the goal, but it's still pretty good before that. It's just, I think the whole game is pretty good. And it gets, like, very challenging and interesting the further you get into the game, but it's weird to start a game in the middle. You know, and then also then the players don't have experience with stages that are meant to ease them into the game, so it's like, it's still good where it is, but
You have to do any of the really stupid stages in this goal. Because I watched Jorf play through this when Mid-Boss made him do it, and a couple of stages are really stupid. Or wait, no, it was the other way around. Mid-Boss was playing it. Jorf made him do it, I think.
explain, give some...
So, unlike in the more commonly seen installments of the series,
Yes.
I don't know if the game has been revealed yet.
It hasn't
There
yet.
are some
I gotta
very,
stream
very gimmicky stages in each world. And not all of them are good.
In my
Just
opinion,
that.
they are all good.
Okay.
The gimmick of World 3, I could see people arguing that it's less good because
I just remember something about like an auto scroller with a flamethrower, and that
yes,
being
that's World 3. So
yes.
they do need to do World 3 stuff. It's not all like that, and there is a speed up button and a slow down button, which is relevant for that. So there's still, it's easy. It's an auto scroller where it's not free to not lose, so that's okay. But after that, part of what I was saying is after that there are no auto scrollers in the rest of the game. So I don't see your stream, Mikey. Yeah.
Yeah, the stream has changed.
I see.
I just noticed that. I was like, something is off here. Oh no, I copied it wrong because I'm dumb.
Did I spell that right?
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
good luck to the race.
Says it's offline.
I'm out. I'm heading
All
out.
right.
Yeah, thanks for the
Goodbye,
race. See you
Google
around.
Jazz.
Okay, that still seems to be
Yeah.
off to me.
But yeah, this game is it's a ton of fun. It's fun casually too. I would recommend it casually once we get there.
Yeah, my only experience with this series is seeing another blind race here on, I believe, last tournament or something. But it was another version of the game.
Yeah, well, the original certainly has been in MT a lot of times.
Yeah.
and is good. I prefer this one because it changes itself up more often and mostly in good ways. Oh yeah, nice. Mikey got bit by the stream key change. You can tell how many of our racers are regular streamers.
Yes.
It is very few of them.
You can strike off that question and the post-match interview of, have you been streaming anything lately?
Yeah, it's true. We know, not in a couple months at least. Yeah, the if you look through the annals of MT's past, you will find people who now are quite popular streamers. But I have to imagine having a regular stream schedule and people who expect things of you and then interrupting it to do a mystery race is a little strange. Some people do it. TMR does it. We see it. But you'll find people like Spike Vegeta, I Ate Your Pie, Use Pizza, all sorts of people back in the mystery tournament past.
Okay.
Here we go. We're up with a sweet background. I'll give away that the console is Gamecube, which is a console, probably my favorite console of all time, but typically awful for mystery races. There's not a lot that you can just jump in and start playing, because it was the era of like irritating, redundant tutorial cutscenes and like 5 levels of tutorial before you get to start any game. And even when you're playing, you just like get interruptions. It's difficult to find good GameCube games to blind race.
Yeah, there is another point that is way worse on N64, but like the GameCube controller is somewhat unique as well. It's not as bad as the Nintendo 64, and you usually can play just fine with any controller, but it feels way better to use an actual GameCube controller. Just a minor thing I feel about the platform.
That's true. I have, and when I play GameCube games on an emulator, I do use the USB thing that came with Smash. I wouldn't try and crop this yet.
I'm waiting now. Is this good?
Gonna end up in a crop situation. I'll let you do it. If 2 people do it, it messes up.
Oh, sorry.
No,
no, that's not the button.
Alright, let's switch over.
That looks good. That may only be not good if they're... Wait, let me just adjust Schrammbles, or did you... Because I had left the black bars. Okay, you removed that.
Yeah.
Great.
We have... The game is Kururin Squash. Squash being a word. I don't know in what way it refers to or has anything to do with the game, but it is a real word.
Right, I did. Yeah, you saw that. Thanks.
I gotta set the goal. This has actually been raced before. Now,
I think we can give the pace spin a red, right? On Twitch, I mean, we can give the pace spin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now, do you have them doing large stick or small stick for this?
It's large stick, I believe.
Oh, that would be different than what I subbed. I sub small stick.
Oh. Important. Select the second option, the bigger stick.
Ah.
Oh, stick is the actual player in this
Yes.
case. It's like, is it like a bigger gamepad with the stick or what?
I will say that this game is better with the bigger sticks, so I think that that is the way to do it.
Do you, when you lose life, does the stick shorten or?
No.
Okay.
It just makes the game more challenging.
Okay. Yeah,
But
it's like compact.
it's properly challenging. When you use... The level design is very purposeful. And so when you use the small stick, you can just kind of ignore what they intended for you to do. Just waiting for Mikey to ready up here, and then we will be ready.
All right.
I think we can use his audio as well.
Oh yeah, he said so.
Ah, too loud. Somebody actually has a loud stream for once.
I've learned my lesson, and I just blast the audio for you all. Okay, I see a dot ready, so we are starting soon. Okay.
Here we go.
So, you are way better to talk about this game than me, I did. But this is Kururin. You are this rotating stick and you can't touch any walls or anything. To rotate the other way, you have to hit springs, right? And you can speed up and slow down. And I guess that's the overall gist of the game.
Yeah, there's the B button being a fast button and the R button being spin faster are both very important buttons.
Oh,
Wait,
you
do we
can
have a
move.
spin faster button in this one?
Yes, there's a spin faster button in this.
Wow, crazy.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, that thing that Schrammbles just passed through, oh, well, that's the spring that will make Schramble rotate the other way. Mike just passed through a heal patch, so if your life is low, you can stand there to heal. And you need to be mindful
Schrammbles needs to flip the other way, yeah.
yeah, of your rotation, or that happens.
Alright, yeah, so there's a fast button and there's a spin faster button.
Is there a second fast button that can be combined with the first one, like in the GBA games?
No, I don't believe so.
Dang.
That doesn't sound familiar to me. Let me check the
It
pace
doesn't
bin.
exist though.
It's been a maybe, but it's been a while since I played it. I did play through the whole thing. If that existed, I probably would have used it. No, yeah. So there are powers that you use, which are only relevant in certain levels. So each world, of which there are total, I don't know, there's maybe 8. We're only going to see 3 in this game. There's a little power that the stick does. In this world, this level, it's nothing, but there are like gimmick levels that apply to each world where you have a stick that can do different things. You can also use these coins to buy little aesthetic changes, but you certainly don't need to. The first world's gimmick is punching gloves, which I think we'll be seeing coming up pretty soon, where you can fight enemies. Yes.
Oh, there,
There he
in
is.
this game.
And a couple of the later worlds as well. The gimmicks are based on fighting enemies.
Did the goal not show up on stream?
Oh,
Maybe
I
we
didn't.
didn't write it in.
Yeah.
Beat boss 3, large stick.
My bad.
The large stick mode is obviously harder because you're more likely to hit things because your stick is bigger.
Yep.
But the levels, I feel, are much better when you use the large stick because they were kind of designed to be beaten with both the small and the large one, which means that the small one could just like go through paths without really trying. So this will be a bit of a longer goal, but I think we're better for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was good by Mike. There's also this, you have lives on each stage, so sometimes you may try to push a little and hit the wall intentionally to speed up through a path. Or if you missed a rotation, okay, let me just try to get past this point.
There are also like half checkpoints that refill your health, but I don't think there are any actual checkpoints, right?
Yes, so the refill health, you still, if you die, you'll still go back to the beginning of the level. And also, you don't have iframes pretty much at all. So
Yeah, you get bounced like backwards, so it'll change your position so you're not touching the wall, but if you stay there, you're just gonna rotate into the wall again.
yeah. There are a few places where you can do some interesting, oh, I don't have to hit this spring or whatever, but I wouldn't be doing that in a race.
Yeah, absolutely. It would not without knowing exactly where all of the movements you can do in the level are, because you're just gonna
Yeah.
be on low health, tap something else, and get stuck.
Well, and sometimes when you're playing casually or whatever, you don't mind just being reckless, just for fun, and if you lose, it's like, whatever, I'm just having a good time. But slow and steady is very much going to be the thing on these. Oh, really? I actually didn't know that. I think in my pace bin I said ignore the shop, but that should get them through these levels a lot quicker then.
How many coins do they have? Because it costs 3,000 coins. The checkpoint.
It should say when they
Well, it's only for one level, so...
yeah, it'll only, so you would only do it if you were struggling on a specific level. But when they go back to the main is when it says, that's true, there is the 5-heart item. The game is entirely in Japanese.
Out is the map, which allows you to see the entire layout of the level if you pause, and that'll work for every level. So I think that's the only one I would really try until I like got stuck on a level.
The game is completely in Japanese, so oh, did we put the pace bin there?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So yeah, you're not gonna know what it is that you're buying in the shop. And then when it comes to the aesthetic changes, no, it's true. Just 1 through 3, these players should be fine. These are both experienced players that know how to play video games, and you know, the game is challenging, but it's challenging in a way that makes sense most of the time. Oh yeah, but the aesthetic things, you can change not only what your stick looks like, but the life display and like all the text on screen and stuff. You can, it's like you're buying different HUDs for the game, but you don't get a preview for those either. You just like kind of have a little bit of a color. You have no idea what they're gonna look like until you actually equip them after you buy them, and some of them are pretty crazy and like honestly kind of distracting. So many of them I probably wouldn't recommend, but I haven't seen Mikey
Schrammbles
use
is up
fast
to
spin.
the first boss.
Oh yes, you have to knock the strawberries into him. Into this little, I don't know, it's like a bird. It's like a robot bird. This first boss is pretty not that bad. And actually, Schrammbles
Is it
had
just
already...
all the strawberries one time?
Yes, but,
Oh,
you know,
Schrammbles in
you
one
still only
health.
have 3 hits.
Oh.
Yeah. So you gotta be careful. I haven't seen Mikey be using fast spin. I use it all the time, but is using fast button, so probably knows about fast spin.
Yeah.
Fast spin is not like that fast, but
there's a lot of times where you were waiting for yourself to spin, and anything you can save there
exactly.
is important.
You get a lot of coins from bosses.
Schrammbles is through the boss.
Yeah, and I think the level won't progress until you like collect all these coins. I guess it will eventually.
Yeah, I think it just gives you a bunch of time.
The gimmick of World 2
cutscenes.
is one of the most challenging, I would say. Well, World 3 is pretty hard, actually, the gimmick levels, because they're weird, and very different than what Kururin typically is. But yeah, this game is significantly longer than what we're seeing today, so maybe this will be a good, you know, to just race this whole game at some point casually or something. Because some of the later levels just get really hard. But the gimmick of World 2, I don't want to spoil it, but it is pretty, I think, are we going to see it yet? I think it comes in the 3rd level. Yeah. I actually knew about this game before I even knew about the GBA Kururin games. I don't know how, but somehow I found out about this. This is a Japanese-only release. I don't know what this would be like to get physically.
In Smash, maybe? Like the pedal is a assist trophy or something?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what the squash is referring to. For a long time, I thought this was called Kururin Splash, because I kept forgetting, because squash is weird, but... Okay, here we see the gimmick of World 2, which is you can go underwater, and you need to do
you have a limited dive length here, or...?
Yes. It's limited by time, but yes.
Oh, yeah,
Is it just something you have to feel for when you're gonna come back up? Oh yeah, you gotta...
Yeah,
your little icon is getting flooded.
There is a little indicator, but you mostly just have to feel for it, yeah. Ooh. Schrammbles, don't go for the coins.
I'm not even gonna spend the coins, Schrammbles.
But all those big points.
It's true. I'll give him a big points for going for the coins. Good for him. Ooh. Yeah, so this is probably not...
More big points.
Yeah, this is not the real level.
Oh no, that takes 2 hits trying to... Ah.
We actually have one for that.
This would have worked.
The wrong way. Yeah, so the thing about this game is that, especially after you lose a level, you're like, okay, I know this level, I can go, let's go.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh no, you have no iframes and you could just do something stupid and just die immediately. So you really need to take your time even when you don't want to take your time. The psychological game. And then here we have water flow that pushes you back, and that does affect your speed. And I think there's even a later level where you need to close off a gate for it.
But yeah, after doing this level especially, I think I'd immediately go into the shop and buy the map.
Yeah.
Because if the levels are going to get bigger like this and have some optional paths for bonuses and stuff, I want to know where the exit's going to be, where the checkpoints are going to be.
Absolutely. Typically, I would say that if you use the mindset that something that looks hard, you can probably ignore it, you'll be safe. Usually these side paths,
yeah,
and they almost never are legitimate shortcuts where you could actually cut out a part of the level. There are some later things where, like, enemies themselves are used as gates, and if you are really good at timing cycles, you can, like, skip some. The speedrun probably does that even more effectively. I didn't know that I never even thought to look for a speedrun of this. He's ignoring the springs because springs are no fun. They take time. Schrammbles says, what if I was just strong and just made it through the level? That's another thing. Yeah, that's another detriment of using short stick, is that the hard places don't look quite as hard. And you just see it, I was like, oh yeah, here I am in the hard place. Mikey is being very definitive with the punches, but you can spam them a lot faster than that, which is part of how Schrammbles was able to make up so much time. Yeah, the whirlpools are dangerous. So there you need to... Yep, nice.
Do the whirlpools just like spin you faster, or?
They suck you in. I think if you actually got sucked into them, you would die. I've never actually gotten sucked into one. But it affects the way you move, which is annoying. Yeah, and then using the fast button when the current is already taking you, you really start cruising. Mikey's is struggling with these enemy levels. Maybe not struggling, but struggling more than Schrammbles was.
Yeah, Schrammbles is almost at a full world lead now, I think.
Yes, I think there's one more like very long water level, and then the boss is after that, after this stage. Schrammbles is starting to get onto the harder stages now, though.
Schrammbles did make me play Kururin at like 150 speed in Mystery Show once, and did test all of the goals himself to make sure they were achievable even with the highest difficulty settings. So
Might have a little bit of Kururin
definitely
experience.
one afternoon of Kururin experience.
Kururin at 150 speed? I missed that one. That sounds funny.
One of the cutthroat mysteries. I forget exactly what all of the gimmicks were. I forget if it was like one hit, one under 50% speed. It was rough.
I remember one time Maurice submitted like WarioWare, but you could use fast forward as often as you wanted.
Oh gosh.
And I don't think it was accepted.
I feel like it could have been.
But I like that idea. Yeah, Schrammbles is now on what I believe is the level before the World 2 boss, which is quite a bit harder than the World 1 boss, and you can end up losing a lot of time on it. At this point, being a whole world ahead, though, it'd have to be a true wall.
This looks like a very difficult section. Schrammbles is on here, right? I'm not...
Yes.
Is this the right thing? Or what do these H icons do?
They open gates, but you have to be spinning in the right direction.
Ah.
But so you have to open this gate halfway.
Yeah.
That's mean.
Oh, no, he had it. He's got a reverse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go. It like wasn't letting him. Okay. There we go.
Oh, does
you
it
have to be like
glow?
on a very specific like alignment with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be on the H or something.
I don't remember that being an issue, but
There
clearly
we go.
it
I
is.
think Schrammbles has figured it out because now it does not have to work against the current here. Still somewhat difficulty, but
Yeah.
Okay, there is the boss.
yeah.
Nice. We get to hear the laugh and the boss music. So what kind of animal is the protagonist in Kururin?
Duck.
I would go with Duck as well.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Mikey's not punching the strawberries. Schrammbles picked up on
Schrammbles
punching the
making it
strawberries
onto
immediately.
the way to the second boss.
Nice. Okay, so here you have to make him run into all the columns.
Okay, Schrammbles seems to have picked up on that.
Yeah, it starts getting
Possibly
really
not
fast.
entirely on purpose that first time, but it's
No.
pretty obvious after you see the column go down.
And then the mines come up. So the more columns, the more mines, and then mines start appearing on the ground underwater as well.
Ah.
Oh,
So it gets pretty difficult. I guess it's not all the columns. I don't know how many hits it is. Doing a really good job dodging.
Yeah,
the,
I think 2 more.
Oh yeah, this is faster
One
than
more.
I've ever done this for
is-
sure.
This is really good.
Yeah, this is incredible.
I don't think there's been a single missed dash.
Wow.
Oh.
What?
Don't get... Okay. I would have been worried about like touching the center and just getting killed, but Schrammbles has that confidence.
No, this is made by aiding. Literally perfect boss. I don't understand that at all. That's like, not only is it hard, like you could miss and still keep going and then not have a literal perfect boss, but yeah, Schrammbles is a gamer.
I don't know. It's like I said, Schrammbles. This game is just going in slow motion the entire time.
Yeah, seriously. But see, yeah. You're starting to get to the levels now where it's like, this is real, Kururin. You gotta be rotating the right way, be moving at the right speed everywhere you go.
Schrammbles, no!
Okay, made it out. Woo! Still opting for the no map.
See both ends of the path.
I think the map is cheap, too.
Yeah, it's only 1,500 coins, and Schrammbles made over 2,000 with that last boss fight.
Yeah. Shops are things that scare me in matches, though. I tend
absolutely.
to shy away from them, even though it can be useful. I did recently test a game that very much requires a shop, and you get used to it, but it's not mystery style. Oh, yeah. Nice, going back. You can go back as often as you want to those.
Yeah.
And good on Schrammbles
Good
to even
level
try
here.
it. Because I don't think that was a, he knew that, but it's always good to try
Well,
that
I've
kind
seen
of thing.
him do it before, and like I've said, you play the other Kururins where you can. Okay, and that's Mikey getting the clear against the boss.
That's true, the shop would have helped Mega Man 4 players significantly. That's some exciting you killed the boss music. I would say this would have to be a pretty extreme performance for Mikey to catch up here. No offense to Mikey at all, but Schrammbles is gaming. We haven't seen the World 3 gimmick though, which I would say is a little bit arguable in quality. I can understand why some people would hate it. Yeah, here we have a night level, so we've got it. So this is essentially an auto-scroller, but you can still speed up, and in fact should. And you can rotate quickly. Kill it.
Can you change your rotation at any point, or do you still need something to?
You can rotate either direction, with the control stick.
Okay.
So you're not moving the character, but you can rotate either direction with the control stick. And it's relevant because you start to hit the edges like around there, so you have to quickly rotate around. And then certain enemies you have to kill. Because oh, see, like right there, yeah. Oh, Schrammbles kept going back the other direction.
Yeah,
If you don't have the yeah, you can totally stop in place, I think. When it, like, rotation wise, I mean. But I guess I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, you obviously have the potential to lose quite a bit of time here, so you gotta be careful. And sometimes enemies need to be hit as well when it comes to, like, so you don't run into them going around the corner. So killing enemies becomes less of a bonus in the later ones. I can't remember if there's 2 or 3 of these. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the wiggle. Oop. This is a lot more forgiving with the short stick, yeah. It becomes like a real game with the long stick. The last level is hard with short stick, but the tolerances get more real. Schrammbles, no! You gotta pay attention!
Oh, man. You can, on one obstacle, effectively just instantly die.
Yeah, and because there's no iframes, it's rough.
And it's pretty rough because you just have to sort of memorize where they're coming from because it starts moving pretty fast and...
Yeah, I think shop checkpoints would be great for these auto-scroller levels.
Yeah, and probably has enough money to buy enough to use them on every level.
Yeah. If he really wants to flex, he should go to the shop and buy aesthetic upgrade only. That would be like, oh no.
Gee, the wiggle's hard when you're changing direction of the thing too.
Yeah, if you do control it with like left and right on the stick, so it's weird. You gotta keep in mind which one is.
Yeah, but I mean, like, also, like, I think. Well, is it changing your angle when you do go around a turn too? No, I guess not. It's just your normal rotation.
No, it doesn't seem like.
You can only buy one but it lasts until you finish the level.
Yeah, so you'd have to go
You
back
can
in
just buy
between
one
each level.
in each level, which I think is just another button press or so.
The shop does have to load, but I never bought that upgrade because I didn't know what it did. That makes sense. It was difficult for me to tell because the game is just total Japanese. So yeah, so right there, Schrammbles needs to not get tempted by the enemies and just focus on rotating around that
But the
crystal.
thing is, you have to be mindful of where your rotation is starting, right? and
Right.
Schrammbles is just rotating naturally, and that's getting him into a bad position.
I think he's picking up on it more now. Yeah. And that you
Yeah, I
can
think
let go of the speed button.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
just saw that for the first time there.
And also let go of fire. That is really only just distracting visually. There's not really any reason to do that, but...
But yeah, that's a 45-second checkpoint, so every time he takes a death here, it's like over a minute lost. And
It's true.
Yeah, this time.
And yeah, and that's the end of the level, too. Died on the final.
Oh gosh.
oof.
Oh, we got all coins. Schrammbles literally had a perfect World 2 boss. I would assume is even with the speed run on it, because you can't do it any faster than he did it. Schrammbles is playing a dangerous game. Figured out what was going on eventually. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that
Not-
was actually good.
Yeah, it ended up
It's
being
scary.
saving time, but not what you're supposed to
Questionable,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Schrammbles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Schrammbles don't go that way. Okay. Well. Maybe he knew it was a bonus and was just like, I'm a
Flexing.
gamer. Yeah. It's fine.
With a little bit
Darn.
early there.
I was ready for him to game. Ooh, the start refills your health too. I didn't realize that.
Mikey's having a lot of trouble with these weird, tight corridors in World 2.
Heat strat, no problem. Does the speedrun buy 5 hearts so they can take more deboosts and do riskier things? Or does the time it takes to go to the shop invalidate that?
That's a good point.
Some of these later levels get really difficult, where, you know, I was on the same level for like 20, 30 minutes. Pretty good music in this game, though. I'm digging it. It's very much got that GameCube MIDI sound, but it's pretty good. Uh-oh. Schrammbles. They Gallagher'd him.
There's another clear from Mikey.
Nice. Oh,
He
Yeah.
not seeing what
Going-
to do.
going out with the
Yeah,
arms
testing out that
spread.
water.
Oh, I was watching Schrammbles.
It's hot on this time.
Yeah, but Mikey's doing a similar thing to what, like, I did when I played this, is I was like, oh, what? I just did it. Okay, I'll go fast. Oh, no, he's good. You just gotta be right in the middle. You have to hold down, like, the thing that pushes you down. You can also see the little guy fill up with water on the left.
Mikey's having trouble figuring out exactly how to activate this switch. It looks like you do have to hit a button.
No, he's spinning the right way. It's not normally this I don't remember it being finicky like this.
But it looked finicky in Schrammbles.
It's true.
As well.
Yeah.
I just don't remember that being something. There we go.
I don't think the pace spin it's a... No, it doesn't
Just
explicitly
that.
call these switches at all, so...
Hmm. I'm not sure if I did in mine either, honestly.
Okay, Schrammbles is doing okay on this flamethrower rail.
Yeah, but took a death.
Slowing down at a good time.
Had to end up back at the beginning here. This is kind of a difficult. You want to stay kind of
Yeah.
vertical.
Definitely taking this slow this time, so that's good.
Yeah, this right here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
It's very
One
easy
hit
to
is
just
very-
die
yeah.
there. Is this the one where the guy chases you? There's one on Rails level where you just like gotta go because he starts some big guy starts chasing you.
Ooh, case hits the enemies there. That was rough.
Yeah, it has to go all the way back. So really, I think you're right about the checkpoint purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could see, you know, if Mikey just, like, gets this mode of gameplay, because it is a little different. You know, you kind of have to think differently. We could see a little bit of a comeback, because Schrammbles is having a difficult time. These are hard levels, to be fair, I'm just saying. Okay, made it through.
No, okay, only took one hit there. Did have a little bit of iframes,
Yeah.
apparently, but it doesn't matter because you get the checkpoint after, or the would-be checkpoint.
Oh. Yeah, so here, what you need to do is spin around quickly. Yeah, okay, just kind of barely did it.
Okay, just barely made that. I think it's probably pretty close to the end now.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Spin to the left, spin to the left. Right. Make
Oh.
hard
Okay,
left.
wow. Did you mug raise that? Twist. Okay.
Oh, we got it.
Stay vertical.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
There
Wow.
it is.
How didn't he hit any of those
You gotta look
at
ahead.
the end?
Because you don't have to think about where you're going.
Mhm.
That is a nice thing.
Mhm.
Oh, is this the one with the central? So here you could skip if you really were, like, enterprising. And you could kind of
Like
move
through
to the
those enemy holes.
Yes, through those little
Yeah.
holes that the enemies leave. I don't... It's probably not a very good idea on a blind race. But when I went and
For
played the
one
full
moment.
game, when I had already tested it for MT, I did do it, and it is possible. It took me a long time. It probably wasn't worth it, but...
It honestly looked like Schrammbles thought about it.
Yeah,
in
well
one of
now,
those battles.
if he did happen to die here, he doesn't though. First try that level,
Yeah.
which is actually pretty good because that's a difficult level. Yeah, then you know, you're like, oh, I could have just gone right through. That's when it tempts you.
First trying the level means that you're immediately back onto rails, though.
Yes, I think this is the final Rails level.
Yeah.
This is the guy that chases you. Like the very first time I played this game, I didn't know about the speed button yet. I like hadn't tried it. I wasn't, and so I was just like dying because this guy just like runs right into you.
Wow, nice rotation there. Ooh, good movements.
Yeah, he's
I have no idea how so many of
Just
those
keep
aren't
playing.
touching.
nice. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
that's fine.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get health in a second.
Does the flame affect your rotation in any way?
I don't think so.
I think it maybe makes you rotate slower.
Because like the punch made you move a little backward. I don't know, but it made you move a little.
That's true. And then there's a later thing that's like wind that's kind of like the punch,
So
and I think
is
that affects
Schrammbles
your
like
movement.
stuck in a loop here until
Oh.
he does enough damage to the guy, or
No.
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 Okay. This is bad. This looks real not good.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, what? Oh.
You can kill that guy. I don't think you have to though.
Well,
Obviously, you
I don't
have
think
to, 'cause
Schrammbles
he
did, so.
Yeah. And then here we have the boss.
Yeah. So you just gotta burn like all the things on the.
Yeah. All of his
map.
gross little. Who knows what they are?
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird creatures in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know what this thing is. I guess
this
it's like.
feels like a really weird boss if you, because you have such limited control of your own dodging.
Well, the big thing is that if you're
Yeah.
always pointed right at him, you're gonna get hit when he goes close to you like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be not
Schrammbles got
too
some good movement
greedy.
here.
Yeah, you just need to excite all of his dongles. The same little monkey man or whoever, bird man, is controlling it. I guess he might have been controlling the fish too. I didn't notice him though.
Schrammbles takes him death a minute into that fight. This one seems tough just because it's very long.
Yeah, you can beat it really fast though.
But at the same time, it gets easier as it goes in a way because you are removing those tentacle things.
Well, that also means you have less opportunity to hit them though, because they might just be facing away. The last one you need.
Fair.
Schrammbles is spreading out the damage pretty well.
And the fact that when you fire them, they come out less means that you can kind of control that, where you can run into them when they're gonna run into you with the fire. You gotta get those snowmen though, because they'll get you.
Yeah. Ooh.
Rough.
This one, I feel like just buying the 5 heart would make it very easy.
Significantly easier, yeah. Imagine using the shop for the final stage of the goal without having used it yet. It'd be quite a move.
A move I'd never be capable of because I'd have used the shop much earlier.
Can't even begin to think on Schrammbles' level. No shop strats are completely on purpose.
Okay, these runs kinda look good because Schrammbles
Ooh.
It
Was-
looks good until you notice that
Yes.
Schrammbles
Yeah.
only has 1 hit and something bad
No, I
is
was
gonna
gonna say, he's paying attention to the snowman. So even though he had 1 health,
Mhm.
he should be good. But then, yeah, that's
Yeah.
happened.
You can beat this by playing pretty aggressively. If you just are always going for him, you can like damage race him.
Mm.
Four dongles left, only taken 1 hit so far. There's the 8-second one though.
Okay. Yeah, see, if you fire directly
Yeah.
at it, it won't hit you when it pops out at you like that. Because you push it back with the fire. Oh,
Yeah.
took single dongle immediately. They don't trust any boss that turns red. It's very fair. A lot of bosses turn red, so you know you're hurting them, though. Just like people.
It's the hard thing about bosses that turn red. This one, it's not so bad because it's got a clear number of dongles, but sometimes they just keep turning red.
Yeah, it's like, how
You know,
red
like-
can this guy get?
Yeah. Like it's just 100% red and it's still taking damage.
Yeah, I can't even
Keeping
see
that
the
features
details
left.
anymore. This guy's outlines are red, his insides are red. Oh no. Yeah, when he comes by and does the spin, I don't think you can really do anything.
Oh, did Mikey use the shop? Or did Mikey just miss menu to the shop? Looks like Mikey's trying to check how to use the item he bought in the shop then? Yeah,
Oh, he bought a checkpoint.
you have to die
Oh.
apparently, and then it'll let you continue, I think is what's confusing Mikey.
I see.
Hopefully he checks the paste spin.
Nice. Nice dongle kill. 4 dongles left. Dongle a day. Keeps the bird helicopter away. Nice. Doing the good
Nice.
dongle counter. Oh! Slightly off. This boss wasn't a problem for me for some reason. Every time I've played this game, beat him first try. Means I'm probably much better at the less skillful auto-scroller parts of this game. than the,
I think Mikey cleared that without even dying after buying the checkpoint. Probably slightly annoyed. We'll have it around next time he dies, though, I think.
yeah, it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
I can't believe this guy just lets you take down his dongles one by one. He doesn't have to do that. There's a lot of bosses like that, though. Where it's
Yeah.
like, you don't have to do this. You could just stay in the phase where I can't hurt you.
I appreciate when they try and at least like make it like when they're like cooling off their systems or something, like
Right,
exposed
right.
to weak point. But like, sometimes they just do an attack where it's just like they shoot their weak point at you.
Yeah, or
It's
they
like-
or they dive down to you. It's like, just stay up there. It's like Tengu Man or something. It's like, Mega Man can't kill you. Just
Stay
hang out
off
over
screen
there,
until-
yeah. That's probably been done. That's probably been done in a gamer comic. That used to be so popular when there were web comics about every video game trope. Oh, okay. This is looking. He's looking quite red now. He's got.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
I did.
One of them
Why
is very.
did you say anything?
I'm just observing colors that I see. There can't be anything wrong with doing that.
Oh no, the snowman.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It's going real fast. It's
There
going
he
real
is.
Okay.
He exploded.
Ooh. Now it waits for you to do like an entire loop so you can pick up all the coins.
Oh, now he's going fast. He wasn't going fast that whole time. I wonder if that's part of it. Nice.
Top 3, GG.
Oh, and Mikey moving on to the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's see how probably
It
how a
is on the
normal
back.
boss fight goes. Oh yeah, he's on the back. I'd love to see 2 perfect boss fights though. Is he popping into? He's not here yet. Oh no. Yeah, see, getting hit by mines, again, very normal thing. I really don't understand. Also, when it gets to only 3 columns, it's like pretty easy to not, like, for them to miss. Like right there.
Yeah.
We might see another first try from Mikey here, though. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh.
Final hit.
Hello, Schrammbles.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Congrats on a very strong performance in Kururin Swash.
Thank you. This is a very fun game outside of when you're on rails.
Yeah, I was saying that at the beginning of the race, and ID defended them.
I think they're okay. I mean, but I will say that having played the whole game, there aren't any other on-rails sections after World 3. All the gimmicks, later gimmicks, don't involve being on rails. So I guess the developers somewhat knew that too.
Yeah, I assume that like each world gets to keep its own gimmick and it doesn't like combine all of the gimmicks at the last world, because that would be insane.
Yeah, where you're going underwater and you're punching people, and there are other ones that are somewhat more focused on fighting enemies. There's one that's like wind, where you like shoot wind.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one where you like create a tornado every time you like press the button. You have to like jump over stuff.
See, I do have to have one critique of the pace spin. A button also honks.
Oh. Yeah. I was noticing that. I was wondering how much honking you were doing.
Anytime I was not punching, diving, or firing, I was definitely honking.
Okay, yeah, Mikey has not been honking, so I forgot to comment on that being probably the source of your powers, but I didn't switch back to your audio.
Yeah, honking wins strat. Honking wins.
Yeah, true. Did you think about using the shop at all?
So, like, there was a moment when I was on that one, I think there was an on-rails level I was just, like, really frustrated with.
Yes, there was.
I was just like, there was a point it was just like, okay, if I don't get it this attempt, I'm just going to go to the shop and buy the checkpoint thing.
Yeah, because the checkpoints on those levels were, like, almost a minute long sometimes for that middle checkpoint in those levels, though.
You somehow beat this World 2 boss without the fish missing once and without getting hit once, which is very uncommon when playing this game. This is like, for me, it was easily the hardest boss, so I don't understand. You were a gamer, for sure.
Was there a trick with the third boss that I was just like not?
You didn't ever go fast until the end. I think that could be part of it. If you go fast, I think you can be more aggressive and kill him faster. Myth and I both first tried it and don't remember it being an issue, so there probably is something. I don't know exactly what, though.
Yeah, because there was definitely, like, the Schrammbles brain always, like, I think when I died in the second level, it's like, well, there's the reason I lost this race. That
Yeah.
that
No,
little
you were way ahead.
refrain always happens when it's just like, well, here's the mistake that caused it.
You were pretty well ahead most of the time.
I always gotta feel like I'm behind though.
Yeah.
Do you find that motivating?
A little bit. I mean, like, unless it's a puzzle game, when it's like I immediately know I'm behind, there's no chance. Oh, I need to buy a cosmetic. That's what I need to do.
Well, there's a ton
yeah,
of them. And you can't even... It literally changes the whole HUD and everything.
Okay, so I got Game Boy. Is this potato?
Well, you don't know what they are until you buy them. Except
Oh.
the sticks you can tell, but the like HUD cosmetics, it's just there's like no way to tell what it's even
Okay,
gonna do.
I'm gonna buy potato.
If you hold for a bit, you can try to.
Oh, you have so many coins? Oh my gosh.
I realized that I have like 21,000 coins.
Yeah. The code. One other thing I did bring up was the time that you made me play Kururin Squat. Kururin for Game Boy Advance at
In mixed
150%
ratio, yes.
speed. And I remember you saying that you tested all of the goals on the hardest possible setting to make sure they were still completable. Do you feel like that experience helped you in this race?
I mean, it's been like a year and a half since I think I touched that. So like, I knew the concept of Kururin before
Mhm.
coming into this. So and playing the Game Boy one, like I didn't play the actual main game. I only played the challenge levels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're different. I didn't check. But like knowing that like there are some optimizations, like I think I tried to take the hard path like maybe 2 or 3 times, not realizing that wasn't the intended path.
Yeah, we definitely saw you trying some speedrun strats. You definitely tried to go for the hard pass for a couple of times before realizing that this game like has a bunch of optional paths just for coins.
Mm-hmm.
So like a couple of points we were like, oh, that's definitely just the way to big coins, and then you go straight for it.
You're like, oh no.
Look, I'm a poor person who still wants to finish paying off his student debts.
That's fair.
I see
Yeah.
money, I'm gonna get it.
We gave you the big points emote for it.
Yeah. It's true. It doesn't come up a whole lot in like normal mystery tournament.
races.
Yeah, so it's nice to be able to use it every once in a while. Show this cosmetic. We're all waiting. I want to switch off
okay,
this.
I bought it.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta do a level.
You got to go into a
Yeah.
level. I think you might have to equip it. I don't remember.
Did I not equip it? I did not equip it.
Yeah, and don't remember.
I think you do it at the shop, maybe.
X
Oh
button.
no, it's down there.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, yeah, that's the HUD, I think, is the little icon.
Yeah.
Is the HUD just like the main menu, or will I actually see it if I
No,
click
it's
it?
like
it's like what
entirely
your
your health and
life is.
everything.
Oh, it's not a
health.
potato. It's like old
Yeah,
timey,
it's like
old
steampunk.
timey
Yeah.
figures.
Yeah.
There's one that's like plants. I think they sell different ones in every world, so there's like a lot of them. But yeah, the worlds start to get pretty hard. The game is a difficult one with Big Stick, but I think Big Stick is better. It makes it feel like you're actually playing the levels the way that they were designed to be played. None of these easy mode. Everyone's saying Dark Souls needs an easy mode.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm honking.
Oh,
All right, I think I'm good. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I already
play.
switched off of you. I don't
Oh,
trust
dang.
you.
You didn't trust my honks?
Well, I never had your sound from the first place. I
Oh,
had Mikey's sound, so
dang.
it was.
okay, Mike's here as well.
Oh,
Hello.
that was a really fun game. I'm sad that I couldn't understand anything that was going on in it, and all the text or how to use items.
Yeah, I think the cutscenes are pretty cute. It's pretty sad you had to skip them all.
Well, the checkpoint item just gets used automatically. When you lose, you'll spawn from that checkpoint if you've bought it. It's just that it'll only work
There's a
for the one
menu
level.
option that's like continue. It says you have to select the second option when you die in the menu.
Oh, okay. So I bought it, and then I didn't even need it.
Yeah. Level.
But yeah, have you played any other Kururin games before?
No, I haven't.
There's a couple on the
I
GBA.
saw the GBA one of the GBA ones on a previous MT, but I've never played any of them.
There might be something on the DS. I don't know. This game's Japanese only. I know that. And some of the GBA, one of the GBA ones, I think was not released in the US, but was released in Europe. So more people know about that because it does have an English release. But anyways, yeah, you were playing pretty well. Schrammbles was gaming hard. The third world mechanic, which you didn't get to see, is kind of you're on rails and you can only control your rotation, and you need to rotate around obstacles when you go around corners and stuff. And that's where Schrammbles spent the most time, probably.
Yeah, that's sort of reflected in the race comment there.
Not a good mechanic for this game.
Yeah, I've considered trying to like submit worlds 4 through 6 or something of this game, but I think it would be a bad submission because you wouldn't get used to playing it because it just gets harder and harder.
I've done mid-game submissions for games like this before. I've done like some on the ball submission deeper in the game.
Oh yeah, like where you do you put in the code and you do like the second set or the third set or whatever. That makes sense. Yeah, no, I pulled On the Ball and I was like pretty sure both these people have played plenty of On the Ball. I'm moving on.
On the Ball is
I shouldn't
legit
say
one
that
of
on
my
stream.
favorite SNES games, so yeah, I played that one.
Yeah, it's good. I never see it. I always look for it at retro game stores and I never see it. I feel like people aren't trying to buy it, so it probably isn't that expensive. I just like there just probably aren't that many copies. But yeah, I think we have another match coming up in like.
I think it's in. Yeah, it might be like 12 minutes now, thanks to me delaying the start of this one a little bit.
Oh no, but they said they postponed it, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
they mentioned that in Discord.
Well, in that case, we may or may not have another one in 2 hours with Rosentia himself. I'll even put up the upcoming. So we got to make sure he gets Sokoban so we can continue to complain how